Miss Toy. Knowledge, power, respect. Click the link and like. Knowledge, power, respect. How you thinking right? Knowledge, power, respect. Third eye bright. You'll see the light. You the key to life. Knowledge, power, respect. Click the link and like. Knowledge, power, respect. How you thinking right?
Yeah.
Knowledge, power, respect.
It's your girl, Miss Toy.
Knowledge, power,
Get 'em.
respect. I'm the key to life.
KPR Network, go get you some game and catch them on the replay doing they thing. DJ Pudge, hey, wake with the bacon. Roll came to slay like every single day. Put some respect on our motherfucking names. We defeat them lanes in every damn lane. You can keep the fame, I'ma keep them all shook. Collaboration with the lovely radio, a good look. Hey, facts on top of facts, I keep them stacks on. Knowledge over everything, why you think we blaze on? Power to my melanin pack, it's 50 years strong. Respect to the queen, that's how we got this dope song. Mobbing in deep, timeless music lives long. Trending with the topic, staying in my zone. Pay close attention when we touch this microphone. Knowledge, power, respect, gon' keep they fucking mind blown.
Knowledge, power, respect, click the link and like. Knowledge, power, respect, how you thinking right? Knowledge, power, respect, third eye bright. You'll see the light, you the key to life. Knowledge, power, respect, click the link and like. Knowledge, power, respect, how you thinking right? Knowledge, power, respect, knowledge, power, respect, knowledge, power, respect. I'm the key to life.
I think it's magic. Oh, I think it's magic. Yeah, I think it's magic.
I got soul, and I'm super bad. 1, 2, 3, hit it.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Ro at KPR Network. It's been a long time. What's good?
Pudge 55, all the way live, the 5/5 of Slickster. What's going on, y'all?
And it's your man Oliver Baker, aka Big Nasty, your mama's favorite stepdaddy. You dig? And it has been a long time, man. So
It's
glad
been a
to be
long
back with it.
time.
Oh, yeah, man, it's good to be back with the gang.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a lot going on, too, in these last 2 weeks. But before we get going on our show today, we don't just do Black History Month here on February. We do it all year long because it's our history is rich with inventions and so much other stuff, y'all. So here's our Black History segment. So who was Garrett Morgan? A prolific inventor who called himself the Black Edison. Garrett Morgan created early versions of the traffic light and gas mask. He began his career as a sewing machine mechanic before patenting an improved sewing machine design and hair straightening products. So he just didn't do just the traffic lights. He had other inventions as well, but his breathing device, known as a safety hood, later provided the blueprint for World War I gas mask. In 1923, Morgan invented a safer traffic light. The notable Black inventor, who lived much of his life in Ohio, died in July 1963 at the age of 86. Salute to Garrett Morgan. So what we on, y'all?
Man, like I was saying, we might as well call this the freestyle show or something. I don't know.
Yeah, this is
Because
like,
it's a lot. It is a lot going on. How do y'all feel about the state of this country, this world? What's going on right now?
Pudge?
man, you don't want to ask me that question because I like it. I like where we're at. I honestly like where we're at. I love it. This is people don't understand, this is a blessing to be alive right now. It is, you're seeing a lot of real change happening right now. You're actually seeing evil getting defeated. You're actually seeing every rock stone being turned over. You're seeing every skeleton come out of the closet. This is a beautiful time, so I like it.
I like that perspective. I want to touch on that, but Bake, how do you feel?
Well, I was going the total opposite way until Sensei Pud started speaking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's right. I'm going to agree, but also throw a little curveball because, like the other day, we watched Donald Trump have a triple header, right? It was three things that him tied up in the courts with, right? Trying to get accountability, and it almost is looking like our Supreme Court is bending to Donald Trump, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Because they're almost giving him king-like type, out. You know what I mean? If you will, because these are the people that he put on the court.
Yeah, and that's how he set it up. That's how he set that up for these reasons. He knew he was going to come up.
Right. So unless we can get a hold of it, Biden needs to pack the courts. You know what I mean? Like, we need to throw 3 or 4 more Democrats up there to outweigh them, I guess, and then throw a limit on how many judges you can. They need to do something. I don't know. But as far as like spiritually, because I remember Pudge saying we was gonna have superhuman strength once the what was that, the eclipse happened.
I got mine. I don't know where you got yours. I got mine. I got mine. Believe me.
You know what? I was thinking the same way too, Bake. Like, when you think about all the things, the atrocities, the horrific things that are happening in the world, it's easy to look at it from the lens of like fear and like the world is just going to hell in a handbasket. But really, like biblically, what's happening is the wheat is being separated from the tares, right? And it's just like, when you said everything is being exposed, truth is coming out. We saw Cat Williams kick that off at the beginning of the year, where it was just like he came out speaking his truth, exposing things, and then you see everybody just coming out exposing, things, putting stuff out there. Now, a lot of it is like, celebrity stuff, but then you see the veil being lifted from things that are happening behind the scenes in government, things that they said took place in history that really didn't take place, like so much more, like truth that really affects us, because the celebrity culture stuff doesn't really affect us. I think a part of that happening is them trying to keep celebrity culture alive, because it's really dying off. The celebrity worship, the celebrity culture, people are over it.
Yes.
People are over it. You know what I'm saying? People are out here really trying to heal like us and stay grounded, stay in our truth, stay in the truth, and all that celebrity stuff. It doesn't even matter really.
It's done.
No. And it was exposed during the pandemic. Y'all remember? You remember that, Pudge?
It was so exposed. It was so exposed. They were the evils that people again don't understand what 2020, dog. They tried to do something. They thought we were gonna go crazy in these homes. They thought we were all gonna be stuffed in these homes and go crazy. No, nigga, no, that's not what happened. Motherfuckers had to look in the mirror. That's what happened.
That's what happened.
Once they looked in that mirror, a lot of people said, I don't like what I see.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do something about it. And since there wasn't nothing to do but go exercise, look up online, healthy things to do, what healthy things to do, read books.
Yeah. Well, I remember your favorite musicians or your favorite rappers had to get on Zoom and perform for a few dollars or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They had to make it happen in their own spot.
So Bake will say we had to get creative.
We had to get creative.
Yeah. It caused a lot of people to start tapping into their inner child, that inner child healing. A lot of people started addressing their mother and father wounds. A lot of things happen. And then you saw a lot of people, a lot of relationships die, because even that veil was lifted.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, it was wild. That was a while. That kicked it off.
Kicked it off.
That kicked it off.
But now we have to be worried about when we're talking about these truths and everything, because they just busted a person at some school for putting an AI audio out of him talking about the kids, one of the coaches or something like that. Yeah, it's a news story out right now where so he tried to incriminate this dude by putting this AI out on him that was false. You see what I'm saying?
Oh.
So now they're using your voice to incriminate you on stuff. So we gotta be careful, you know.
Bro, we said that was coming. We said that was coming, though. Remember, we said that was coming with the AI. It's like
the AI stuff is really out there big.
They started using it for incriminating, people, on wiretaps. We got you wiretapped. What do you mean?
We got you wiretapped. It's right here. You can take you to court. Who knows the difference?
Who knows the difference?
Wow.
They got you wiretapped with such and such. Joe Blow Slow. You don't even know who this guy is.
The Tupac estate, remember, they just sued or they sent the cease and desist to Drake for putting that song out with Tupac. And
because that was AI lyrics. Now Snoop was on that too, right?
AI though.
But did Snoop ever come out and say, Snoop Dogg, did he ever come out and say that to take his voice up off
I didn't hear anything.
No, because the nigga part of that shit.
I didn't hear anything.
Well, the crazy because but wasn't that song though in a diss to Kendrick Lamar? So it seemed to me like the Snoop have issues with Kendrick.
No, Snoop from Long Beach though. Different car, than the one.
I'm just I'm shocked that he hasn't come forward to like get his name up off of that, his voice up off of that with Drake, because that makes it seem like he's aligned with Drake.
But Snoop down with that AI and that metaverse and all that shit. He's down with all that stuff.
Snoop to me, he seems like he's like so neutral. You know what I mean? Like he
ain't no neutral. He's one day he's bought in. He's so bought in.
Yeah, but I mean when it comes to like Drake or this artist or this artist, he ain't gonna get into these little beefs. I don't think so.
He don't need to. Yeah, he don't need to.
Yeah.
His money saved is a bit. Just
yeah. He's Uncle Snoop now, right?
He got his Jewish handlers. He good.
Jewish handlers. Wow. Well, do tell, Push. You know what I mean?
Same, just like Drake. Just like Drake, all these guys.
Yeah, but I thought Drake had the Jay Prince, but it's more. He got more than just Jay Prince.
There's somebody. The money that these guys have is another dude above them that's giving them that money. Period.
Well, but we know Mr. Prince got the bread though. I mean, he got cows and stuff. Mr. Prince. Let's not. He could be the boogeyman that we speak of. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In Texas, he in Texas, Ranger. Remember, Mr. Prince got his own island and all that. So
I'm not saying that he's not. No, I'm saying I'm saying that could be. That could be.
Yeah, and because I don't think Mr. Prince is gonna have nobody up his ass. Because remember he went up against the FBI. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Prince. Hey man, put some respect on Mr. Prince's name right now. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Come on. Shout out to Jay Prince.
He's stupid.
So what do y'all think too about what's going on this Israel and Pakistan?
Palestine.
Bad
Pakistan.
I say Pakistan.
Yeah. Same thing, there's a lot of students now who are speaking, and which I think is a good thing because I think that reaches our government, and
you guys see the picket. You guys see the whole protest that was going on at USC.
Yeah, USC at Columbia, all across the country they've been having.
Demonstrations everywhere. They shut down the Brooklyn Bridge. I mean, not the Brooklyn, the San Francisco Bridge.
But we have to remember, all the major movements have been in this country have been by young folk. And so that's why I thought it was beautiful because they're the ones who are going to change this narrative. So you if you have, say, like a right wing candidate in there who wants to pull, like they're going to make Biden make a decision on that. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to allow for America to keep funding Israel. You see what I'm saying? And with that under those conditions. Yeah.
Well, one thing too is, and the other side of that, flip of the coin, is with the youth, it sparks youth that people say that are pretty much dumb as doornails, and are they're just cattle pretty much.
These are college campuses.
It gives them something to get their minds going, and get active, So
Huey P and all them, they all college students. Remember, that's why I say it was always young, progressive, kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's really deep, though. I mean, I love to see it happening because we need that. We've also learned during the pandemic too, was really exposed that these celebrities and these actors and actresses, they're not our leaders. Remember, we talked about that before on some, in our earlier days of KPR Network, and I think people wanted to look to them to be the leaders because they have the biggest platforms, to where they could be standing out, saying things, speaking against things that are going wrong. But again, they're all part of the plan. They're all part of them. They're all caught up in the matrix, right? They're all caught up in this system.
That's why you didn't hear nothing. It was silent. I kept telling everybody, it's silence. I'm gonna find the episode where I say it was silence. There was nothing. There was
where
nothing. Where we were talking about the pandemic because we started the show during the pandemic, pretty much.
That's right.
So so the number one thing I kept saying is you haven't heard a peep not a goddamn near one of them black celebrities. Because remember we had George Floyd still in there going on. It was still at height. All kind of stuff was still at height, and it was still except Ice Cube melting ass coming out and saying something. That was it.
Yeah. Why would you know what you got against Ice Cube?
No, I'm just quoting a line that Dismo in Dismos' song.
Oh yeah, Dismos kind of got at it, but we got to give Ice Cube props on the fact that he brought JD and the Lynch Mob on the
yes, he did on
the show,
on the Crush Groove show.
The Crush Groove show,
last weekend
at the Fabulous Forum.
JD gave shout out to Dismos. That was dope too.
And gave shout out to Dismos, on stage. That was dope.
That's right.
Now, I wanted to tap into something else because I've been seeing a trend taking off about this 4B movement. Are you guys hip to what the 4B movement is?
No.
It started in Korea, I believe, somewhere over in Asia it started. And the women basically there decided that they were not having sexual intercourse with the men, that they decided to basically go celibate. They decided they were not going to have any children. Now over there, I believe it's Korea. I'd have to look it up, but see if you could look it up too.
Okay.
But they didn't have any first graders because there's no children. And this started over there years ago. It's made its way to the West. And you have women here in the West deciding to hop on this 4B movement.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about it is, again, the women over there in Korea, they decided they weren't doing it because they didn't like the mistreatment of the men. The men over there very.
It's a different hierarchy. Yeah, it's a different hierarchy.
It's completely different. They're not. It from what I've read, it just seems like they're not really.
It's political protest.
They weren't, and they weren't with these women, being physically active with these women out of love. It was more so control, the whole dominance and everything.
Exactly.
And so now women are taking it on, doing it here in America, and not just it's Asian women, it's Black women, it's Caucasian women, it's women across the board. And to me, it's like it's a lot of gender wars going on too.
That was the point. That was the whole point of whatever the
Because you
system is. Yeah.
because you see, I think that the feminine aspect, the divine feminine aspect, has not been um
Well, it's not.
it hasn't been up there. And so
Well,
now
it
it's
hasn't.
imbalanced,
But
right?
it's not because it didn't come in like it's supposed to. It's supposed. Remember, this is all in a function. The divine feminine, when it comes in, when the Aquarius is coming in and the divine feminine was coming in, they're supposed to come in a functionality. It didn't come in when you got too much masculine fighting against it.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Pudge, because that's what I was trying to get to. And I was like, I'm trying searching for the words, and you said it exactly. Like the masculine, the divine masculine has been, and I can't even really call it divine masculine, just that toxic masculinity. Yeah. You understand? But then you have some women also with toxic femininity that were trying to make something, and it's like, no, that's not it either. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you just see a lot of movements going on with women like wanting to live a soft life, right? And then you have this other movement where there was another.
You had the woman that then you have, but there's the women that want the hard life too. There's a hard life one. There's a hard lifers too that want to be the masculine. That want
and see that's the problem. The thing is, people have to realize we all have masculine and feminine energy in us. Every man, every woman.
They don't get that.
But you have to balance it though. And it's not. It's so.
Bro.
Yeah, it's so imbalanced, and it's like, when everybody's pointing the finger, who's to blame? Who's to blame? Who's to blame? Really, if we all just, it's really nobody to blame. We all just really have to look at ourselves and take accountability, hold ourselves responsible for how we've been showing up. We have to also look at how even our ancestors, because a lot of the stuff that we're still going through is still from what our ancestors.
But our ancestors knew how to gauge their masculinity, their divine masculinity, and their divine femininity. They knew what sides to use. They knew how to balance.
But we can't say that always. I can't say that always.
I think, Bake, I'm sorry, real quick. I think that before slavery, right? Those ancestors, right?
Okay. You talking about the scar? You talking about that super scarred?
Yes. So when slavery came about, that just did away. That really hurt us. That dismantled a lot, right? Yeah. And so I think now we're trying to get back to our original form and way of doing things.
Yes.
And I just don't know though if all these some of these movements are not helpful.
You're exactly right, bro. They're cut.
It's still to divide, right?
It's still to divide, right? Like anytime somebody has to, this is what I'm learning. Anytime somebody has to bring about some kind of new thing, because what did the scriptures say? Nothing is new under the sun. But people are always trying to sell us something, or bring about this wave in like a cult-like situation. You know what I'm saying? There's always a charismatic leader, that's ushering in this thing, right? So you're gonna find this all the time. But what I'm seeing is usually it's based off of money and power. That's all it's usually about. Somebody want to be able to control, and and it's sad because you got a sucker out here every day.
That's for it. But now we go get back to, like what Rose said, we're getting back to that essence. And when you're getting back into that essence, that's where, when I talk about your essence and using the discernment, you got to have that discernment on and to be able to cut through all this muck. Like I tell you, babe, go get your feet in the sand. These are our tools to go get grounded. Drink electric, seeds, stuff with seeds, life. Eat life, drink and eat life. So green seeds. Get out there in the sun. Get your eyes out there and sun gaze. Do these things.
Yeah,
These are our super traits.
Going back to the pandemic again too, that was something that I think that they didn't want us to be outside. They didn't want us to understand that grounding and getting sunlight was important to us. So everybody was so fearful and had to stay in the house, right?
Yeah, because you had cops right outside at some places, some people's houses. They had cops. They couldn't even go outside to get the damn newspaper.
That's crazy.
But
everybody was worried about tissue.
Because you said it right there. Because they knew that if they get outside and get in their feet out there, and that's why you couldn't even go exercise. Remember, you couldn't even go exercise at the park. People are getting citations for going to the park and running.
That's right. Hey, you know what? We got to give a shout out real quick. I want to give a shout out to Miss Toy, because Miss Toy been holding us down. They be shouting us out all the time over there at the Lovely Radio Show. And also to our sponsors, Sugar High, Black Clothes Designer, and Sam King. Salute to y'all.
Salute. Yeah. And Pudge, let them know where they can catch us, where they can find us.
Yes, you can find us at KPR_network on Instagram. You can find us here on YouTube at KPR Network. And if you want to drop us a line or be a guest, the KPR Network at gmail.com.
And so for our listeners today, for the viewers, I want you to ask yourself, what are you doing in your life to be a divine masculine or a divine feminine? What are you doing? How are you, are you focused on solutions? How are you adding to the growth, the magnifying of just what God wants us to really be? Or are you, maybe you might look at yourself and be like, you know what, I'm toxic out here. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's really where it starts. Everybody.
Is it in check?
Yeah, you gotta ask yourself. You gotta look at that man or woman in the mirror and really be real with yourself. Am I divine feminine or am I toxic? Which one am I representing? Which team am I really on? And at some point, we got to get to the place where we're divine and we're on the same team, Pudge, right? So that we can stop all this division between men and women, because at the end of the day, we still need each other. And the Most High didn't create us to be separate and having these wars with each other. This is a conversation that can go on in future shows, y'all, that we can come back to, because it's really been heavy and weighing on my mind and my heart when I see these trends taking place. Even the trend about the if a woman was in the forest, and would she choose to be in the forest with a man or with a bear? And y'all be amazed how many women are choosing the bear over the man. And that is a problem, you guys. That is a problem.
That's because they didn't get a load of meat yet.
It's a real problem, and it's saying a lot. You know, it's saying a lot. And you know, a lot of women are not out here feeling safe with men, and this is no color lines. This is all across the board. I've been seeing across the board.
I've seen it. I've heard it.
Hey, well, if it get out of hand in the United States, I'm out of here, Jack. I'm just gonna tell you.
It's already out of hand, though. It's already out of hand. It's already out of hand. You got some guys up here just walking up and punching women in the face. You got. It's so much. It's already it's out of control. So out of control.
So I'm just asking everybody, we all just got to start looking at ourselves, even the three of us, and because we could be divine over here and we could be toxic over here. You know what I'm saying? In one area. So we got to really all just like start looking at ourselves and seeing, let's rise. We have to rise as a people. You know, we have to rise. So just consider that. And thank y'all for tapping in. Until next time. Peace. There the balloons go.
Maybe it's when you say peace. I don't know.
I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing.